You're listening to Oilers Nation Radio, presented by the Nation Network. Subscribe for free on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts from.
Oilers Nation Radio, Friday.
Yeah.
Liam's here.
Hello.
Dan's here.
I'm also here.
Rick is here.
I am.
Ty Guy's back from Nashville.
Yeah, it's my first episode in a while, actually. Hey.
No, you did one last Saturday. You rascal.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Last full squad one, or first full squad one in a while.
Didn't we kick him out the last time he tried to get in?
He came.
Yeah,
into the
actually,
room.
we did. We did kick him out.
Yeah.
When the whole
Did that hurt your
squad
feelings,
rolls
Tyler,
up.
when you were in Nashville and you tried to chime in?
Well, I can hear you guys, and I feel like maybe the listeners could hear me too.
No.
But we.
I went back on the audio and it was just blank. It would have been an absolute disaster.
So it was like a commercial
in that show today. It was kind of like it when we were in Vegas and I was just pushing buttons.
Yeah. So, anyways, that was kind of sad because I was like, oh, I should hop on and do the show, and then you guys turned me down, and I was like, oh, whatever. It got me thinking that maybe I don't even need to be on the show.
Well, whatever, man. You went golfing without us today.
What?
I have my
Inside
clubs.
stuff.
My clubs are
Me
ready
and
to
Dan
go.
were
Tyler.
ready to go. We were at the tee box at 6 a.m.
Well, tough break. Speaking of golfing, though, Oilers Nation Open
Yes.
on sale now. Nationgear.ca.
September 1st out in Mill Woods. We are taking over the golf course. It is time for the Oilers Nation Open. It is round 5. We're going to raise some money for Gregor's grads. We're going to watch him cry. We're going to have a great day in the sun. And then you're going to go off into your long weekend. And who knows what kind of shenanigans you're going to get up to. Live now at nationgear.ca. The link is also in there if you're looking to get in on a Mosaic team as well.
Which is always a good time because you get
Mosaic
to golf
teams
with
are the
other
best.
people who like the podcast.
They are the best. So if you don't have 3 other buddies that want to join with you, why not join with a Mosaic team?
We're debating a few different ways to do it.
Go ahead.
In the past, we've done myself, Jay, and Chalmers auction off the chance to golf with us. You and a friend golf with us, and it usually does well, generates a lot of money. Another idea we had was just like maybe even throw Liam in the mix on this, but it's like if you purchase a Mosaic team,
You get to take Liam.
there's a chance
Like
Liam.
the weekend?
Yep.
Wow.
Kind of like the Grimace thing we talked about before the show.
What was that again?
No.
Boy, lost my train of thought real quick there. But we were just talking about whether it's me, Jay, Chalmers, and Liam, or maybe just Liam. If you buy a Mosaic team, there's a chance one of us is sprinkled onto your Mosaic team, which would be fun.
Wait,
How would you like to? You get to golf with 3 strangers.
I was going to say, so what's the plan here? Basically, I golf on my own
Yes.
with 3
strangers.
strangers.
With 3 listeners,
No one's
What?
a stranger
Don't
when
we
they're a
have 4
listener.
people?
we would each go on a different Mosaic team.
Oh, so we'd have 4 different Mosaic teams.
We're debating that or straight auction. It's up in the air.
Interesting.
We'll see.
Well, this
You
is
just
the
wanna
first time hearing about it.
Yep.
I'm in.
Liam will also, he's volunteered to be a slave for you all weekend.
Well, I've been working with Jones recently, so lots of good barbecue and foot massages if you're on my team.
What a delicious combo. Didn't know I needed it.
And beer.
Oh, throw a
We'll get
beer in there. We got it.
cheeseburgers, and I will supply bananas for the day.
Do you think you're going to have a cheeseburger at the Riverhawks game?
Oh, absolutely. That thing is a 10 out of 10.
It's not bad. I had one last weekend.
Phenomenal.
The sirloin, whatever burger.
The prime rib
Burger.
burger.
I thought I was getting steak. You don't get steak.
No.
They bamboozled me a little bit. I'm like, $11 for a steak? Fuck yeah.
I got my beer bats in there. I just put some soap in them. So that's they should
Make sure to clear that out. You can get dysentery. Tyler, for our friends at Oodle Noodle, 18 locations and counting. Free Oilers Nation stickers available at all the Edmonton locations. What do we got for a delicious?
Also, new
today?
hot box coming.
What is that again?
It's a hot box.
It's fiery.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have some content around the hot box starting next week at Oilers Nation and Oodle Noodle. Check it out.
Yep. Today's Oodle Noodle delicious debate. Tried to make it a hot one, but it's, basically the middle of July. Not a lot going on. But the question is simple, boys. What else are you expecting from Ken Holland this summer?
He's number 75 on Daily Faceoff's free agent list. He is estimated at a $1 million. Hang on. He's estimated at a $1 million contract. He has got 3 Stanley Cups. He is the NHL's Iron Man.
Oh.
Phil Kessel.
I have
He's
no interest
coming
in
to
that.
town. Think of it. 4 cups with Phil?
I think he's going to retire.
Dang. I thought I was on something. Next.
You have any more 3-time cup winners?
Well,
How do I find the list here?
there's a Prius Sutter.
He's interesting as a 4C if he's going to come cheap.
Okay, what about Comtois?
Come see, come saw.
Comtois is interesting to me. I think the issues with him, I'm curious to see if the issues in Comtois get erased if he's on a contender with a strong leadership group, which is what the Oilers are. Right? They're contenders. You got this McDavid Draisaitl presence in the room that like you really shouldn't be fucking around too much. I wonder if maybe Comtois finds his game and if Edmonton's the perfect spot.
What kind of trouble has he got himself into?
He just has a not bad attitude, but isn't it like he just kind of fades away?
Fades in and out. Question marks about the kind of teammate from rumblings I've heard. Things like that.
That's cold.
Didn't one of those guys just get paid a lot of money in LA?
Yeah, the problem is Comtois never scoring you 35 goals, bro.
You know what? At this point, Ken, just figure out McLeod and Bouch and you're done. Like this, I think people forget. I know it's fun to bring people in and talk about this, that, and the other thing, but this team was one of the best teams in the league last year. Going into the playoffs, it might have been the best team. They should have won the Stanley Cup. They were let down by the second half of their top six. Had they produced at the same rate they did in the regular season or even in the playoffs last year, we are most likely the Stanley Cup champions.
Yeah, but also their bottom six didn't score particularly well.
No, but I think it's time. But I think
That's what we're
good
talking
teams,
about, isn't it? We're
good teams,
upgrading
I
the
think,
bottom
also have to allow they need their youth to take that step, right? So there's two guys, there's two youths that are ready to take that are ready. Yeah. But I'm going in with this roster, and then if you need to make moves, you make it during the season.
Nah, but that's when you miss out
everybody.
Huh? That's when you miss out on pieces. I think taking a chance if Pius Suter is going to be 1 year, $1 million. He scored 14 goals last year. If Danton Heinen's going to be 1 year, $1 million, take a stab at Danton Heinen.
Yeah, but that could eat into what you can get at the deadline in terms of
you can bury him.
Yeah, I'm still planning on burying everybody we just signed this summer.
How about
like Drake, that Lane Peterson, like all those guys are gone, and you're using what you can to get to bring in the UF or bring in the move at the deadline. Also, any extra money you have lower than the cap this year, you can use to pay off some of Brown's cap bonuses next year.
You're not worried about that. I'm not worried.
Sure,
about that.
You are.
Nah, you let her ride.
I'm not worried about it either.
YOLO.
That's tomorrow's problem.
Yeah,
that's dead. $3.25 million.
Yeah,
cap's going up.
Dead.
Yeah,
that's almost the whole thing, though.
We had more than that last year. Let's go.
If the cap goes up $4 million, that's 90% of it, man. You've only got 775 left.
But with your core locked in, like it is here in Edmonton, with your core locked in, you're not worried about it.
I think you've got your top six, right? If you just put Brown in there.
Yep.
And then between
you need room for Phil Kessel.
I think there's the way to me, that's you just run with what you have right now and you figure out throughout the season. There's nobody out there right now that I'm willing to waste money on or spend money on or waste cap on, knowing full well that you can get a better player in the during the regular
But you
season.
don't know full well that you can get a better
You'll get a better player.
What about a 1 year deal for a guy like Thomas Tatar? I know he's a left-handed or a left winger, proven scorer. Probably a bet on himself deal. We're seeing them all over the league right now.
I'd like a right shot, ideally, but
sure.
He's interesting because he could be a legit top 9 factor for you.
Not everything is ideal, Tyler.
Yeah.
It's like you can't sign Yaroslav Halak and put him on the right wing.
You could, technically.
Well, thinking outside the box.
Rick, I don't think going into the year.
Are you worried about this exact team right now, the way it's written down right now? Are you worried about how far they in their regular season? What are you worried about?
Injuries.
Do you think they can get first place with this roster?
Yeah, I think they can, but that doesn't mean you just sit there. I agree. I'm going to go back to last year and I'm going to see how many. I want to see how many forwards they had to use throughout the course of the season, just to kind of illustrate my point of
we're going to sit quietly while you find that number. Go.
Yeah,
18.
Really?
No, I was just taking a guess.
Oh, you said that with the confidence of 1,000 Lions.
Well, you have your 12 forwards.
Mm-hmm.
So
McDavid, Draisaitl. Okay. Hyman, McDavid, Nuge, Draisaitl, Kane, Yamamoto, Janmark, McLeod, Fogle, Holloway, Derek Ryan, Devin Shaw, Puljujarvi, James Hamlin, Tyler Benson.
Did he play last year?
Yeah, he played a couple. You remember they all played. Brad Malone played. That's 16. Come on, who else we got? Greg Vieg never played. And then maybe it was
He's
just
biding
16.
his time.
Okay, so your guess is 16. Here's what it is. Liam, you keep count, all right? Get those fingers working. McDavid, Draisaitl, Nuge, Hyman.
Oh boy.
Man, you're going fast.
Fingers don't move that quick, Tyler.
Kane, Fogle, Janmark, Yamo, McLeod, Costin, Ryan, Puljujarvi, Holloway, Shore, Bukestad, Benson, Hamblin, Malone.
I should have stuck with my first guess.
The point is, Rick, you need a lot of bodies to make it through the year. And you
How many forwards do we have right now?
if you count McLeod, you're at 12, and then you could throw Lavoie in there to give you 13.
Lavoie.
Kajula's 14.
Yeah.
I don't want to have James Hamblins and Brad Malones playing next year. I want my James Hamblins and Brad Malones to be my Drake Kajulas and my Lane Petersons.
Well, you have those guys already.
So we need a layer on top of them to be next year's Klim Kostins. And
All I'm saying is that you're going to go to the deadline and you're going to be like, man, it sucks that we have our handcuff. We can't get as much as we want right now.
Dan Heinen for $1 million won't fuck you over at the deadline.
I think that,
How?
but like this year
There's
we had
money
no
that
money.
you can't spend all of a
You
sudden.
bury them. You put them on waivers if you have to.
How many contracts do we have right now?
Rick,
We have
signing
How many
guys.
contracts do we have?
Tons of space.
Tons of space. We're at 40. We could sign
40.
10
We could sign
guys.
10 dudes
See,
and we can
everyone just likes
Off to the trash with you.
You guys are quantity, I'm quality.
No, we're giving
Yeah, I
you
am.
free lottery tickets, and you're like, oh, but then what if my
suggested we
wrist is
not do
too
the-
sore and
I
I
said
can't
we
do
shouldn't
stuff
do the
later?
lottery
I'm too
tickets a
tired
couple years
scratching
ago.
all
and
these
those-
tickets off.
How many of those lottery tickets a couple years ago panned out?
Matthias Janmark was a lottery
He
ticket.
was not a
How
lottery ticket. The
dare
guy's had a
you
whole fucking
besmirch
career in the
Gaetan
NHL
Haas
before he
like
got
that.
here.
Yeah, but Jesus Christ, he was $1 million.
Sure,
So-
Gaetan Haas didn't
I
work
see
out,
all
but
over
what if
Twitter that we should
Gaetan
be
Haas
spending $1
did
million
work
on
out?
Janmark
Then you
right
would have had
now.
Gaetan Haas that worked out.
Listen,
Klim Kostin was a lottery ticket.
true.
Not
I didn't
really.
even fully believe
Not
that.
really.
It was
He had like
swapping.
8
It was
NHL games.
swapping a player for the same type of player.
To answer your
the
question,
lottery
Bag
ticket
Milk,
for
I'd sign Mark Pissick to the league minimum, and that's going to fix this.
Fucking
team.
right, I would too.
I
I would
actually
too.
think that that's a guy that I would
actually
be
do
willing
like
to take
that
a flyer
idea.
on him. So
These guys also have to sign those contracts too. For
If you
the record.
can't get Phil Kessel, I guess you can settle with Mark.
But I think that this is probably the year where you're going to see a lot of 1x1 or 1x7.75s.
I agree. Like if you
already
can
seen
get a
one
guy to
much.
bet on himself,
Yeah.
that's all my point is. If you can get a guy who maybe would be expecting more money in free agency to bet on himself in a 1-year deal to play with Connor and Leon, you fucking do it.
It's just the same kind of
don't even
idea as
have
what
that money
Ryan
right
Murray.
now.
It's what Ryan Murray and
We
Douglas
don't have that money right now.
and what.
But like under $1 million bucks, just send him to Bakersfield.
Emerge.
Whether
If
they report or not.
McLeod gets like 1.75 to 2 million on arbitration,
Yeah.
and then you look at what Bouchard's going to get, that's almost everything right there. How much money do you got left
Okay,
after that?
If we have 7.75, we sign Mark Pissick.
Okay, so right now with their current roster, which includes Nima Leinen and Lane Peterson, they have $5.6 million in cap space.
Punt those two off.
Pump those two off, all of a sudden you're at 6.8, 6.9.
You can clip that survey.
So what did I say? Pump those two off.
Bag Milk said
That's
pump
good.
those two off, and you said pump those
Okay.
two off right now.
So you're at 6.8, 6.9, Rick. Let's
Easily
say
could be both of them.
Yep, Bouchard and McLeod should take you to about 5.8 million. So you could afford a 1.1.
5 point. We'll break down the two numbers then.
$2 million and 3.8. 2x2 for McLeod, and Bouchard gets the Byram deal. So you can afford to take a stab at a guy or two here. Because
and
you
then
have
we PTO everyone.
Yeah.
The PTOs are actually something that could be quite useful.
Yeah, Gene
Washington-
Vertanen's looking for one again.
Yeah. Sonny Milano last year for Washington was a
Bum,
decent
bum.
one.
Milano went to a PTO and did
then
not
he
end up on a
signed.
different team.
Yeah, he went to Calgary.
Yeah.
But then he ended up on Washington.
the cap.
Yeah, but he
Yeah.
didn't stick with
Oh,
the
really?
PTO team.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
he pulled a
He
Versteeg on us.
PTO'd. Yeah, exactly
Ah.
what happened.
Classic. Well,
PTO'd in Calgary.
there
Went to
was that
Washington.
idea.
It makes sense. Everybody left Calgary.
Can
he was
I-
just the first.
Can
Go
I
ahead.
throw out a name for everybody that we have not discussed yet, which I think it might be a good idea. What about Noah Gregor?
I don't see it as a fit.
Body's not fat.
I think just like Pissick, there's an element of like the hometown element there that could come into it.
I think with a lot of these other guys, though, it's like
I would actually have time for Noah Gregor. I'm just being an asshole.
I would too. No, why don't you think he's a fit?
left shot. There's a ding.
Body
plays on the right wing.
But he can play on the right wing, which isn't bad. I think he'll end up somewhere where there's a clear path to playing time.
Buddy.
well, you
Those
don't
right wings wide open.
Is it?
you don't want to be accused of nepotism either.
Oh, I think it'd be so funny to watch Gregor.
Especially if he plays poorly.
Stay.
Oh, yeah, I don't
trying
want to
to
wish that on anyone.
Trying to stay in
Buddy.
the middle of the ground.
Right wing's
Okay.
wide open.
Bullshit.
Got top six spot right there.
I ring off the names from Frank's remaining list.
Yeah.
We can debate if they will be in Edmonton or not.
Tarasenko, yes.
Hey, he was on the plane. Did you see that thing yesterday where he's on the plane to Edmonton, but there was like 500 ones. Like, I saw him in Dallas.
Yeah, he's going to Ottawa.
Everywhere. Okay, so not Tarasenko.
Mm-hmm.
Patrick Kane won't be available till like November, right?
I won't sign until the season.
What's his problem?
His hip
hips.
sore. Yeah, he's been a little bibby.
So he won't be recovered
Is it
until
BB?
then.
little bibby.
Did the Oilers just wait it out?
No.
You could though.
Oh, Rick,
You didn't do jack shit with the Rangers.
Exactly.
Didn't you just say we should wait?
Yeah, but that's not. Yeah, I'm all for waiting, but I'm not waiting for a guy like him.
But if he
He did nothing with the Rangers.
Matt Dumba,
Would love it. Ain't happening.
Comtois. I think that's an option.
Yeah, come to us an option.
Thomas Tatar.
Option.
Could be.
Jonathan Taves.
Option. If he's healthy.
That's up to him, though. I don't even know if
Yeah.
if he hasn't said he's playing yet. I don't know if he's really going to want him, man.
We were talking about it the other day where it's like, I wonder if he's doing the thing where he's just working out as best he can all summer and then he'll make the decision closer to
He doesn't. He wants to work. My read on it is that he wants to like work out all summer, see if he can get through a summer of like being an athlete,
out if he still
and then
has it.
commit to a team. The worst thing to do would be to commit to a team right now.
Oh, 100%.
Like,
Henrik Lundqvist?
September and be like, holy shit, I can't do
But
that.
if
Like
you're not
Lundqvist to the
committed to,
Capitals,
if you're
you
not committed to a team, you might not be getting on that bike very fucking. The motivation to get back on that bike or hang out outside might be a little bit.
I think that's the perfect example of why he's doing it because it shows whether he is committed to it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying though. Is that
There's
the
no
fact he
team in
hasn't
front of
said he's going to do? I think I just don't. I don't see it happening. There's going to be a little bit of that drive just to play, but
Oscar Sundqvist.
Clef bomb or bust.
Don't hate him.
Dennis Gurianov.
And better options.
Hayes Suda.
I like him.
No, Gregor, we talked about.
Buddy.
Halak, they don't need. Thomas Nosek.
Probably good without him, but an interesting.
Do you
He
know
can play
if
center, right?
Yeah, fourth line center. The
Interesting
AFP projection is 2 years at 1.25. He's 30 years old at 18 points last year. The fourth line center, I don't hate that.
I don't hate him.
He was on Boston. What's this guy's name?
Dennis Malgin.
Dennis Malgin.
Couldn't get that one.
I wasn't sure if the L was
He wasn't
silent
sure
or
to,
not.
yeah.
how much money did you
Denis Malgin. Denis Malgin. There you go.
Malin.
Like 1.1-ish. But
1.1-ish?
that's with running a thinner roster than Holland apparently wants to.
Dennis Malgin. Fuck. 13 goals last season. Sorry, what did we say on that one? No?
Yeah, I'm good with him.
We were just listening to your pronunciation, I think.
Then Paul Stasny, 37 years old, 1.6 million projection for 1 year.
There's the guy
22
that I
points
wouldn't
with
mind seeing
Carolina.
as a fourth line center for this
Four
team.
C's. I don't know if
Where
he'd
you're
come
getting the
here,
rest of
but-
that money from?
That's the question.
Oh, he at this point of the offseason, I don't think he's
He'd
getting
be
1.6.
he'd be the Jonathan Taves kind of value contract.
And
if
then-
you didn't get Jonathan Taves.
The other one is Phil the Thrill.
Of course.
I'm in.
Bring him in. 8-year deal.
He has to play every game, though.
Mm-hmm.
Name a hot dog after.
There you go. So off that list, we said Noah Gregor, maybe. Nosek, maybe.
Comtois.
Comtois. Oh, yeah. Comtois, maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
Damn.
See, and at that rate, with all those names there, I'd just rather eat up 1.25 of next year's bonuses on Brown than spend it on somebody. I just don't see any. I don't see any value.
Win now
being brought
mode,
in.
Rick. Win now mode.
They
I
are
am winning
winning
right
Year
now.
Mode.
We also have to sign Lavoie. Still.
He's 775K.
But you're just saying like the one.
Like for me though,
something,
like
right?
in
he's still
just
on there.
for purpose of the argument, I would rather have a flyer on Noah Gregor on a cheap deal than depend on Raphael Lavoie to produce offense.
Oh, me too. Because you know what you're getting.
Do you though?
agree.
You've
100%.
watched Lavoie for how long?
I have not.
No, the organization has.
I think putting pressure on, like if he wins a job, great. I'm all for it. I'm with him. I
But
just think
sometimes
that
you got to toss him in the
expecting
deep end and tell him to swim.
Yeah,
You can't
I just
sit
think
there
I
and
don't think that in an Oilers Cup season that
Even
they
Oscar,
should.
even Oscar Clefbaum did not look good in the AHL when he was playing there. We had to throw him in the fucking lineup in the NHL, and he looked really well.
I just think the Oilers are a different spot. They're not looking for like maybes right now.
I'm
Yes,
just,
I don't think it's a maybe. I think he's a big part of the future, what they've produced or what they predict is
I just
the
have a
future.
hard time getting too. This is a me thing. I have a hard time getting too excited about a player who's not at least a point a game in the AHL.
Yeah, me too.
I think the Oilers tried to throw someone in the deep end last year and it didn't work in Dylan Holloway. I don't think Lavoie's as good as Holloway.
Holloway got hurt last year too, though.
Yeah, but he wasn't.
But at the start of the season, he wasn't hurt and he just wasn't great, was it? Like, what was it, his first shift? He put on the tape of JT Miller, whoever it was, and it ended up in the back of the net. Like, Lavoie, I think, will actually be okay, but I'd rather him be my 4th, 5th line winger than my 3rd line right winger. because that's what the Oilers kind of need right now, right? It's like someone on that right side to help over Derek Ryan.
Yeah.
Who's your third line right winger right now?
Let me look. Warren Fogle, probably. Oh, yeah. Mark.
Or flip Fogle over those offside. Yeah.
Two. I'd rather have those two than of Lavoie is kind of my point. I'm good now. The debate over.
Debate over.
Unless you want to kick up the Elks debate again.
I've got that coming in hot cold performers. Okay. You know who my cold performer is? The guy who doesn't know the fucking rules.
It's frustrating.
Well, I'm not actually going to get into it. What you missed, fair listener, was a hell of an argument for about 20 minutes before this podcast started.
It just started with me asking Bag Milk if he watched the game last night.
Yes, I saw you tweeting about it.
And then it wasn't even me and Bag Milk who had the debate.
I believe you may have made the first statement.
I did, yes.
You did. You kicked the Hornets.
He threw the match on the.
I ran away.
He got the hell out of there. Yeah.
He threw the grenade in the room, pulled the pin, and he was just like, "I'm out.
See you later."
Oh fuck, I love it. So good. All right. We mentioned the golf tournament. Again, real quick, nationgear.ca. It's up there. September 1st out of Mill Woods. We are going to be raising some money for Gregor's grads. It's a great time. If you want to watch Jason cry, I encourage it. I've watched it 4 times. Looking forward to a 5th. It is fantastic. The other thing I want to mention before we move on, the brick tournament. Street team was out there, including Tyler, doing a little play-by-play yesterday. How was the brick tournament?
It was good. I got to call an overtime game.
Let me ask you a question.
Yep.
How fucking good are these kids now?
Very good. Their hockey IQs are like insane. Like the way they cycle the puck around the offensive zone and like know where to put it and know where their teammates are. It's insanity.
Because we're talking about like what, 10, 11-year-olds?
Or 10.
I think.
How about the puck skills? Like I saw some highlights we posted. I'm like, man, some of these kids can dangle.
Game before the one I called, kid on Minnesota just goes inside, outside. Then from like the inside hash marks, bar down in overtime. And I was like, okay, cool.
Same pucks as the NHL?
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't go softer or the smaller? I always thought the kids should have gotten smaller, softer pucks, but...
No, it's same size.
They used to use those blue ones once upon a time. Remember those?
You weren't strong enough to fucking move the puck the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's how you learn.
Not really.
Rick, this younger generation's getting too soft, and now you want to give them soft pucks?
I find it amazing how good these kids are so early.
Wow. Yeah.
You see some of the stuff that even just pops up on Instagram or on TikTok or whatever, and their puck skills are ridiculous.
Well, as a former bad player, like, you know, every team has to have the worst player on the team. As a guy that was always the worst player on every team, watching these players like top to bottom, the skill, like you said it, the IQ is unbelievable. Watching some of the defensemen and women that are out there making these plays, and they're just doing the fundamentals of hockey better than NHLers we see in these days. It's unreal.
I just remember when I was playing hockey and I was like 10, you just had the herd of kids just kind of like grouping together everywhere. That's not the brick tournament.
Kids are like running a 1-2-2.
There's a structure.
It's ridiculous.
Finals
coming up tomorrow, which is Saturday, by the way.
Did you get a chance to go underneath and see the wall?
I've seen it before. Yeah.
I'd love to read through that and just see all the wall.
I too would actually.
It's just like the names of everyone who went onto the NHL, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was listening to a real life clip where Chalmers said that they put a red underline underneath you if you make the NHL. Yeah. So that's
cool.
It's a pretty neat little thing.
Getting back to the Oilers quickly, we have got some new numbers for some new friends got announced this past week. Connor Brown, you can recrest those Ryan Murray jerseys. He's wearing number 28 this year. Drake Caggiula will be wearing number 8. Kyle Turris was the last to wear that. And Lane Peterson.
That's it, I think.
When you said recrest those Ryan Murray jerseys, I was going to say, thank God I was beginning to think my Ryan Murray jersey was a bad investment.
Why would you say that?
Well, now I'm going to get to reuse it.
Lane Peterson will be wearing number 19, formerly worn by someone.
Nico.
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 That was the last one.
Farewell, Nico. Thanks for...
Did Virtanen wear 19? No. Who's the other 19? Who are we
Patrick Maroon.
POS.
One of us bought a jersey of his with his name on it recently.
Devin.
Oh, Devin Scorer.
Yes, Tyler Devin.
Sorry, buddy.
This is when the fist bump should come up on the screen right here.
Yep. Cue the GIF.
Do you think if he comes back that they would give it back to him?
No.
The player has to give it up again?
Oh, it's just funny. Farewell, Devin Score.
I've always said,
Forever.
though, I've maintained this for years. Real fans have bad jerseys.
Mm-hmm. He's a good man.
He's a great man.
I'll never forget the story of what he told me about Matthias Ekholm when he got
You had a tough year for jerseys.
It's been a tough couple, but yeah.
Did you have a Costin too?
You
not
had
in my
Yamo
hand.
too, right?
He had a Pugliarvi, a Yamo.
I have.
Did you get a Jujar? Or was that
No, I
just
don't
Jay?
have a Jujar,
Just
but
Jay.
I have like 4 or 5 Pugliarvis.
4 or 5.
Jay almost bullied me into buying a Jujar Kara jersey one night.
I've got the Brandon Davidson. I got the Yamo.
Oh,
You guys got to clear some space on the walls there, pal.
I got a 21 Ference.
Should we have a wall?
Why?
Oh, I got
Why
it.
did you do that?
Oh no, I got an Ethan Bear.
He's a captain.
Ethan Bear, I'm down. Like who? Rick is the guy that bought that Andrew Ferentz jersey. He was the one guy.
I was the first one to be rolling. I was the first one to be pushing the Ethan Bear train too.
I don't know what to say to you, Rick.
I was pushing him and Jones as 1 for 1.
I have this luck with my Detroit Lions jerseys. I bought a Reggie Bush jersey.
Well, no, this was not luck with the Lions jersey. This is just the Lions luck.
Yeah,
period.
this is just the Lions luck. So I got a Reggie Bush jersey. Next year he left. Next year I got Calvin Johnson jersey. Next year he retired. Then I got a Reggie Bush. He left. I was like, okay, I waited a year, and I got a Jared Davis one, who they drafted in the first round. Absolute bust, already gone. Next year I got Matthew Stafford, and then they traded him. So now I just don't
Get
have
a Jared Goff jersey.
No, I don't want one because I like Jared Goff.
Barry Sanders. They can't trade him.
So I've never experienced this because all my jerseys are Ryan Nugent Hopkins. Keep Nugent forever.
Yes.
What was the most recent jersey you bought, Tyler, where that person got traded afterward, or do you even have one? Because you got a lot of jerseys. Rick has a lot. We just went through your tough season.
I bought Yamo a couple years ago.
I've kind of moved just to the blank jersey thing.
Yankees fan cheering for the name on the front, not the back.
I just kind of think it looks better.
You put your own name on there.
Yeah. It's like I do have a Draisaitl. I got a Nuge jersey this last year, I guess. I got a Draisaitl jersey from a few years ago.
But no, who's been traded?
I've had really good luck recently. Like my only Jays jerseys are Vladdy and Bo. I have a Stroman jersey from a while ago, so maybe that's one. Josh Donaldson had him too. So some Jays ones, I guess.
Maybe
Dan,
some
you got
Blue
any?
Jackets.
I have a John Schneider game worn jersey that I'm just waiting to
I
have
still
be
love that you bought that, by the way.
He's in it for the long haul.
Is he? You think he's going to stick around?
Oh yeah.
I thought they were going to fire him earlier this year.
I've been
That was
waiting
the
for the
rumors
day
anyways.
that I can break that jersey out and celebrate. But I mean, yeah, it's
You got a quality guy behind him, so
If you're listening to this right now and you've bought a jersey and that player's since been traded, hit us up. I'm curious who you got.
Or I want to know a story if like anyone's bought a jersey and then like 2 days later.
yeah. I'd love to hear the timeline between purchase and
Yeah, because there's always some of those where like after the trade deadline, you go,
No, the worst-
I got
the
my
worst-
whatever.
the worst one was from last weekend, or what is it, maybe 10 days ago. That kid walking around Nashville wearing the Fantilli Anaheim jersey.
That's a tough
Ooh,
one.
that one hurts.
That's also sad.
but like
that's
in that
also
case, you're kinda-
self-inflicted.
Yeah, like you're just kind of an idiot, right?
Okay, but no, what would you say the odds were that Fantilli was going to go to?
Yeah, not like
With our friends at
zero.
Betway, he was heavily favored.
They were they're heavy. I've seen you
I
make
know.
worse bets in terms of like lower percentage
To
of chance
me,
of winning.
unless you're like an absolute dead, like Connor Bedard on the Blackhawks jersey made sense to me.
Last year in Montreal, so many guys in that rink wearing Shane Wright jerseys, and it's like, I'm sorry, but you're an idiot. You could have just waited 2 extra days, but you wanted the attention. Same thing with Fantilli, buddy. Here,
I just feel like he was
Just
so
like the-
strong number 2.
but you heard rumblings.
It wasn't locked
Maybe
in.
you with your ear on the
Matvey Mikov card was the thing that anybody past Bedard for me was a wild card because you just never knew where Mikov was
Sorry,
going
I'm
to
sure
fall.
that kid's a nice kid. Idiot. Wouldn't hire him.
You nice dumb idiot.
Hey,
No.
Wouldn't hire.
Anyway, back to the Oilers. Ryan McLeod filed for arbitration. Anybody concerned about that?
Nope.
Or just the next part of the process?
Doesn't he just give them more time to sign him?
yeah. I mean, you
It
don't.
puts a timeline.
It
on
also
But it
gets rid of the offer sheet opportunity.
protects
I
them
think.
from the
Yeah,
offer
yeah.
sheet.
That's the big thing. I'm not really concerned. It's just kind of expected, I think.
It's always
in
a
way.
little unsettling because you hear the horror stories of what arbitration kind of does to that player-team relationship.
If you'd like
right?
to hear a
comparable
fun
numbers
little
aren't very good for him, I don't think.
dramatization of what I think arbitration hearing would sound like, I did that on BLTN. It's also up on socials. Thank you.
It's
for the
like,
clip,
we
Lee.
think you suck. I think I'm good.
Yeah,
Third
pretty much.
party thoughts. He's kind of good. Pay him this.
And then also, I was talking to Frank Saravalli the other day. It's $4.5 million, which is essentially the cutoff line in arbitration. That below that, the team has to take it, has to accept it. After that, they can walk away.
Can you imagine if the Oilers should get it's like $3.9 million arb for McLeod?
Yeah, and you're just like, oh,
Do you think?
But-
like, what can they use? Do you think they could be like, hey, like if you try and get this, like your buddy Warren Fogle is basically out the door?
I wonder like how it goes that way.
Do you think that they go straight up like hostage situation?
I would tell, hey, listen, there's only this
cut the
much
gun to
money here, we're
Fogle's
trying
head.
do
You
this
ready
and
to
this.
sign?
I guarantee there's like conversations going on where it's like McLeod's agent being like, listen, man, we have arb rights. Bouchard does not. Why are we the one taking the haircut when you can squeeze him?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I also wonder maybe if the arbitrator doesn't give you something you like, do you murder him? Straight kill him.
All
Why not?
options
It's
are on the
always an
table.
option.
Listen,
Ken Hall's last year's GM. What's he afraid of?
Exactly.
Yes.
got to think outside the box here.
We're in win now mode, people.
I wish, you know what the NHL should do is televise these. That would be appointment viewing.
Oh, that would be, can you imagine the way?
I would love it.
It would be gnarly.
It would be the best. It would be the best pay-per-view TV that the NHL could do. They're no fun. Feel free to reach out for any ideas.
Televised arm.
There's too many people that would take the sound clips from that and turn it into something.
Oh my
That's
God.
exactly what I want.
God.
That's what I want.
Like I'm thinking more from the team perspective of like sitting there and watching your favorite team just like rip Ryan McLeod. But then also think of some hilarious ones where like third liner on like Tampa would go to the ARB and his camp would be like, listen, we actually think he's pretty close to Kucherov. Like with the proper minutes, he's right there. There'd be some hilarious shit like that.
Yep. It'd be great.
The right minutes.
It would be great.
There's
You know what? Even do it post. Like it doesn't have to be live.
no,
You can edit it
shows
down
the
a little bit.
highlights. Yeah.
Give us the highlights.
There's
Why not?
some weird names on the ARB list though. Like
Who you
some
got?
guys, I gotta pull it up here, but I was reading it. Like a guy like Ian Mitchell who just went to Boston.
Good local boy.
It's like, what are you fighting for here, buddy? Like I don't know. I just
With guys like that, it's almost
kinda
like
weird.
I even think about this with Lavoie, even though he's not an ARB case.
is.
You are better off signing league minimum if you're a prospect on a
Yeah.
contender, so they can call you up easier. Like that
Yes.
extra $50K might prevent you from getting called up at some point in the year. Like get your opportunity. That's why like the Lavoie thing, I'm surprised is not done yet. It should be very cut and dry. 1 year, $775K done. Next.
Would you like me to read off the names?
Please.
To arbitration?
Sure.
Morgan Barron from Winnipeg, Will Borgen from Seattle, Noah Cates, Philadelphia, Ross Colton, Colorado.
He's good.
What's this one, Dan? Brandon
Brandon Duheim.
Duheim from Minnesota, Vince Dunn and Cale Fleury from Seattle, Trent Frederick, not Trevor, that's his brother, Philippe
Trent Frederick.
Gustafson, Minnesota, Brett Howden, Tanner Chanot, Tampa, Philippe Kurashev, Jack McBain, Ryan McLeod, Ian Mitchell, Drew O'Connor, Ilya Samsonov, Brandon Scantlin, Jeremy Swayman, Troy Terry, future Edmonton Oilers, and
What's this one, Liam?
Alexei Toropachenko.
I like
Good,
this.
actually. Oh, sorry, one more title.
Okay, sorry.
Gabriel Velati.
Now that one. I giggle while you say the names because it's also funny. It's almost like a kid in the front of the class doing a reading assignment when like Dan has to help you with a couple words.
Yes.
But you sign yourself up for this a lot.
Yeah,
so
that
I don't
is-
want people to
He
think
did
I'm
volunteer. He goes, do you
We're
want
not
me to
making him
read
do
the
this.
names?
yeah, like if people are like, God, Tyler should stop laughing at Liam when he does this. I mean,
He
you know
offered
what you're
us
doing.
here.
He offered.
It's hilarious.
Again, fair listener, if you rewind about 30 seconds, you'll hear Liam go, do you want me to read the names?
Well, the list doesn't make a lot of sense.
Next week we'll get him to read a different
How?
lot of
How does it
words.
not make a lot of sense?
A lot of fighters
they
in there.
put it in alphabetical order of the players' last names. Why not just put it in team order? Like we got Winnipeg at the top.
Because it's about the player, not the
Barron
team.
and Velati.
Because there was an NHLPA release. Players Association. They care about the players' name.
Well,
that
they
the-
should have done it.
is
So
that
like,
not-
it was like last name and then comma first name.
Is that
Next
not
Friday-
how the order works too, though?
Sorry,
Is that not how the order works too?
I don't know.
Next Friday, we're going to have Liam read the role of Benvolio from Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet.
Ah, yes, Romeo, art thou Romeo?
Yep.
Classic question.
That's the classic line.
Nailed it.
Are you Romeo?
For our friends at Betway, provided that you are 19 plus and can do so responsibly, I have got some futures to look at for the Pacific Division. I would like to know your opinions. Are you surprised, despite the fact that our beloved Edmonton Oilers did not win the Stanley Cup, that they are favored to win the Pacific Division?
No.
Aren't they favored to win the cup on Betway?
Mm-hmm.
Am I surprised they're favorite to win the division?
Yeah.
No.
They're plus 200, the Golden Knights plus 225, Kings plus 400.
It's just nice to see everyone else recognize that the Golden Knights are frauds and all they did was get on a heater at the right time.
This is your episode reminder that lines are not necessarily indicative of what's going to happen and more what the public thinks is going to happen.
And a lot more people bet on the Oilers than bet on the Golden Knights. So the Oilers are going to be faves.
Yep.
You want to know about Stanley Cup winners? The Oilers are favored to win the Stanley Cup currently at plus 800. Next up, the Colorado Avalanche plus 850.
What are the Blue Jackets?
Not on the list.
Smart.
Wonder why.
RIP.
So
They are plus 10,000.
I had
get plus 10,000, you got to take it.
That's it, yeah.
Bradley McDonald messaged me on Twitter the other day, some Betway stuff. And he said, and he sent me 2 screenshots. One of them was of the Stanley Cup odds, and the other one was for the British Grand Prix this weekend, which I thought was funny.
Is he making a parlay between the two?
No. I can read it. He says,
Please.
correct me if I'm wrong, but does this mean that the Oilers are more likely to win the Cup next year than someone outside of Red Bull win the British Grand Prix?
No.
What are
And
the
it is
odds?
correct. He sent me them
All
in
depends on what that
decimals.
table says.
So I believe the Oilers outright to win the Cup is plus 800.
Mhm.
And so Max Verstappen is 1.33. So I think that's minus 333.
That's something like that.
And then Checo Perez is plus 700 to win the Grand Prix.
Which he's not. He's been terrible.
Yeah. And then the next guy is Lewis Hamilton at plus 1100 to win the Grand
That's
Prix.
so
it's
funny.
more likely that the Oilers will win the Cup than someone outside of Red Bull win.
This is an aside that has nothing to do with hockey, but do you watch Indy at all? Because
No, I
Stephen
don't.
Ellis from Daily Faceoff.
saw the tweet off.
Yeah. So we were just talking about how shitty F1 has been this season. He's like, man, I think you should try and give Indy a go. So I'm going to watch tomorrow. I'm going to watch the race, see how it goes.
I just don't care.
I think
don't
it's
know.
tomorrow. Doesn't matter.
Used to be fun to watch because there used to be a lot of Canadians.
It
in
used to be in Edmonton.
Oh yeah, you go
Yeah.
back far enough. Yeah, but there were like Canadians in it.
Paul Tracy.
I just like the
Alex
idea of league
Tagliani.
changes.
Oh, that's a good pull.
Crazy.
Oh,
You know?
speaking of which, have you guys been playing Puck Doku every day?
It's hard. It is fucking
You are?
hard.
Oh, you'd love it, Rick.
You would love
What is
it.
it?
Okay, here, I'll show you.
I was going to say, do you want to play right now?
So essentially, if you don't know what Puck Doku is, it's like they give you a grid of 9 spots where the top is a list of 3 teams, on the side is a list of 3 teams, and you have to fill out the grid according to where your lines are. But they give you hints, like the top left will be like the Canadians, and then on the left first will be the Oilers, and you have to pick a player that played for both the Oilers and the Canadians. So you'd be like, okay, Jeff Petrie. And then you would fill it in, and it would give you a percentage of how many of fellow players also put that same guess. Anyway, it is hard.
I got it.
If
up
you're
right
not
now.
cheating, it is hard.
So today's is Columbus, Montreal, and then the third column is 200 plus PIMs in a single season. And then the third column is the New Jersey Devils, New York Rangers, and the LA Kings.
So this means you just got to line up Devils players who have over 200
Everything-
PIMs
yes.
in a single
Everything-
season. Rangers there, and
It's just a chart. Everything that
So
lines
wouldn't,
up with each
like-
other has to be true.
wouldn't like Scott Stevens be okay there?
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been a
Oh.
good guess. I missed on those two. Those are the two I didn't get.
What's your,
I had Scott
and
Stevens, but I
time?
fucked up.
Oh,
on
No,
the
but
Did
you only
Scott
get
T-
9 guesses. You got to go 9 for 9.
didn't
you
he
get-
play for the Devils?
Tatar? Yeah.
Thomas, what did you say? Scott Stevens?
Scott Stevens
Plus
played
200 minutes?
Yeah.
No, it didn't work.
Oh, he didn't do 200 PIMs is
in
a
a single
lot.
season.
200 PIMs is a lot.
So that's a
I
fighter.
actually
Back in
got-
his day.
That's
I
usually,
actually got that one wrong as well.
it is a
Scott
lot
Stevens.
because you're remembering that you're talking like
Was the
in a
Rangers-
season,
He
200
never had
penalty
more than
minutes.
124 with the Devils.
Yeah, 200 penalty minutes in a season is a fighter. That's you're talking fighters.
I thought Derek Bugard played for the Rangers.
He did.
He did.
for a minute.
Oh, so then he never had 200 PIMs. That's what I lost one of my
Yeah, he
guesses
would,
on.
no, he wasn't. He was a
Look up
deadline
Joey
acquisition,
Kosar.
I think.
I got, so
Joey
I also
Kosar for
had
the Rangers.
Scott
Kosar for
Stevens
the
as
Rangers,
200 PIMs for the Devils. He did not.
Oh,
So
yeah,
that
he
fucked up
only
my
played-
grid.
Anyways, shout out to the Devils and Blue Jackets guess. It was the one I was stuck on. Mike McKenna, only 0.8% of people got it.
Wow. I got that one wrong. I did not get that one.
Mike McKay, I just got that one.
Oh, also Stanley Cup odds.
Where do I find this?
You just Google Puck Doku.
Okay.
Yep. It's fun to play every day. I got a group
Puck
chat
Doku.
with some buddies now. We all compare.
Stanley
ourselves.
Cup odds. You want to talk about it, Tyler?
Well, no, the way I wanted to go with this actually was I'm doing a video for the Daily Faceoff YouTube right now. And Rick, don't look at my screen
I'll
because
look
it'll
on the
ruin
screen.
it. So there are 11 teams in the
Oh, yeah, this
NHL
game.
who do not have a Stanley Cup win yet.
Oh, piss off.
Before you get to that, let me talk about Cornerstone Insurance. We're going to play a little game. 11 teams do not have a Stanley Cup, according to Tyler.
Am I
First, I
allowed
gotta
to
tell
look
you-
at the teams on like a list of team names?
Once you guys guess them. I want
Once we're done the Cornerstone ad.
Please pause for
CornerstoneInsurance.ca. It's where you need to be to get yourself a quote. Use the promo code NATION. You'll get yourself a discount. Get the insurance products you need, car, home, everything. Edmonton's premier boutique insurer, cornerstoneins.ca. Back to you, boys.
Sorry, Tyler, before we jump to you. Puck Doku needs to update itself. Just did Columbus and LA Kings, and Pierre-Luc Dubois is not on.
Yeah, because it says when you go to make a guess, must have played at least one game.
I used
It's the fine print, people. Always
Gavrikov on
read
that one.
the fine
That'll
print.
do. Gavrikov.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
helping Liam out.
All right, we'll go around the horn, see if you guys can guess all 11 teams who've never won a Stanley Cup.
I'm saying we can get it.
Seattle Kraken.
There's 1,
Florida.
2,
Minnesota Wild.
3,
Arizona.
4,
Nashville.
5.
Are we going in
Oh,
order?
yeah,
We just
we're
We're going in order. Yeah.
Oh,
sorry.
sorry.
Oh,
I thought we just
I'm
went
not
silent.
good at this game.
Oh, here, I got one.
Columbus.
5.
You just said Nashville, so that's
Six.
Phew.
Did somebody already guess the Yotes?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, let's do the Sharks.
Okay.
Ottawa.
8,
Canucks.
9.
I'm trying to think of what we've done.
Yeah, that's tough.
We need a whiteboard.
What are we at?
Oh,
9.
9?
San Jose.
Already said
Yeah,
it.
I already said.
Oh, I said that one.
2 more you guys are missing.
2 more?
Yeah. You're at 9 right
Are
now.
they in East then?
There's,
I know.
Oh, Winnipeg.
Yeah, Jets, 10.
And the Canucks.
Already said.
Already said?
I already said.
We're on the last one.
We're on the last one.
It's easy.
Can you just say it then?
New Jersey.
No,
New Jersey won cups.
Oh, fuck.
They won 2.
Yeah, Brodeur is the one cup.
Yeah, no, that's...
I know the team you guys are missing.
Hold on a second.
Sorry,
here.
what have we
You're
said?
the one
What
that's
have we
running the
said?
game. I would hope
You said
do.
Florida, Ottawa, Columbus, Mini, Vancouver, Seattle, Arizona, Nashville, Winnipeg, San Jose.
Ottawa.
Ottawa, I
said Ottawa.
Oh, fuck. Sorry, listeners.
Last one.
Hold on.
And they actually tie in pretty nicely to the question I'm going to ask you after this.
All the Canadian teams have them except Vancouver, Ottawa.
We said those.
Seattle's the easy one.
Sabres, we already
It's
said
in
that.
one team.
Oh, I know.
Who is it?
It's Buffalo.
Yeah, it's Buffalo.
Oh, he's
Do they
looking.
really?
Yeah, they've never won a cup.
It's 'cause
They've been
they
around
had-
since
they had it
71.
stolen from him in 99.
Yeah. So the next part of my question is, out of those 11
What was in the
teams,
crease?
Yeah.
out of those 11 teams, which team do you think is furthest away from winning a Stanley Cup, and which one is closest
Calgary.
to winning a Stanley Cup?
Arizona. Furthest.
So I did a full on ranking of them on the Daily Face Off YouTube in a video that's coming out.
Overachiever.
It's called doing my job. But yes, I had San Jose as the furthest away, just because like
They're terrible.
by the time they get all these bad contracts off
they
their
are
books,
fucking terrible.
it's going to be 3-4 years before they can even think about contending for a playoff spot. And then you got to become a Stanley Cup contender. Every team is at least a little bit closer in that regard.
Okay, so San Jose is 1. I would say Arizona would be second closest.
That's not who I had
Furthest.
second, but okay.
Adam?
I had them a little bit higher up my list.
I disagree. I think Minnesota is the worst.
The worst.
What?
Yeah. I
They
think
were a
that
100-point team.
as a franchise, I don't think that they're going to win a Stanley Cup.
They were in the
I think
playoffs.
that their issue is it's like us. It's like a Canadian team. They are going to have the fans no matter what, and they're never going to be driven to have that to go out all out for the success.
were
Are you
Point-
saying the Oilers aren't driven to go all out for a Stanley Cup?
No, but the Oilers rebuild, like the Oilers were able to rebuild because the fan base allowed it. You look at Calgary, you look at Toronto, those teams don't allow
Minnesota
it for
is
rebuild.
Minnesota not sitting on a $14 million dead cap hit right
And
now?
it's,
And that's-
it's 2 more years. So the
Yeah.
reason I had Minnesota higher was once that money's up and
That's
they
fair.
get
no, 100%.
That's fair.
You
I can
got
see that.
Kirill there. You
Yeah.
got some players there.
I guess that's
Gustafson's
fair.
legit.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would put
monster?
Nashville probably pretty low down there.
I went, my bottom 3 were San Jose, then Winnipeg, then Nashville.
Winnipeg.
Man, you guys
and
are,
and
first of
Winnipeg's
all-
losing Mitzies.
yeah, like this city is,
Really?
I don't like, I'm pretty sure everyone's going to leave.
Why wouldn't they? Mitzies is
No
gone. There's no reason to
airport.
be there.
Mitzi's is gone. Like it's,
That's kind of what I
there's
think.
a
You can't
hotel
get
and a
more than-
hospital attached to the same thing.
You can't get more than 4 people in a van cab.
It's terrible. 7-Eleven, you got to like ring a buzzer or something like that.
So which-
pizza's
Man,
terrible.
Which one of them is the closest to winning the Stanley
I
Cup?
might actually
Buffalo.
completely
Buffalo.
disagree with Dan and say Minnesota.
Yeah.
That's
Buffalo.
the closest.
I had Buffalo, but I think the argument for Minnesota is, again,
They're
once that cap space
players.
opens up, they're going to go nuts. They could have like $35 million one summer.
Because this isn't something that needs to happen. Like, there's no timeline on this,
Yeah,
right?
it's just
I think Ottawa has the structure there, and then they've got new ownership coming in, so there's going to have a new boost of
Another new
push.
owner.
Yeah, yeah,
Aren't they trying for their third arena too?
yeah. That too.
they're
Since the
working hard.
mid 90s.
They got momentum now, though.
Yeah, they do. And they got an owner.
What momentum?
They have an
New
ownership group
and
that'll
new-
spend.
Yeah,
Eugene was never going to do it
Hey, last time when they were in the playoffs, they didn't even sell out, did they?
because Eugene was there and the arena's in a bad spot. Interesting though.
We are talking about nation vacationing to Ottawa, though.
Oh no, we're not.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, there's
Toronto to
what is it?
Ottawa.
It's Toronto, Ottawa, back to back.
Toronto one night, take a train to Ottawa.
We pull out the fondue set.
Game in Ottawa the next night.
So you said Buffalo?
Yeah,
You said Buffalo?
I said Ottawa, I think.
You said Ottawa, you said Buffalo?
Buffalo.
I also said Buffalo. Liam, you're saying Minnesota?
Yeah.
Interesting that none of us said the Florida Panthers. They were 3 games away from doing it this year. But I had them second on my list actually though, just because of that.
To be fair, we didn't even have a list, so we're just trying to grab from memory.
I know.
I'm
Yeah.
making
Mine
a
is very
list.
fuzzy.
I know. I did all
Very
this to make
fuzzy.
myself
I've done a lot of drinking this summer, Tyler.
No love for Columbus,
But did
One day, dare to dream, pal.
dude. They're coming.
Think of how many times they'll fire that cannon.
Nobody but Johnny Gaudreau is going to win.
San Jose.
Mean. Kent Johnson, Adam Fantilli, Cole Cylinder. That's a good young core. David Jurchek's going to win in Norris.
what happens when that young core doesn't want to re-sign in Columbus?
Oh, Adam Fantilli wants to be in Columbus, and him
true.
and all those college boys. To quote Charles Barkley, "Them young boys coming."
Oh, Bobka.
Yeah, I was going to say, is there the other quote?
All right.
They couldn't
Gentlemen,
do it with Rick Nash. They ain't doing it without.
Liam's still trying to compile his list.
Hey, I
still working on it over
I
there?
finally
5
just
feet
got
away
the
from
11
Rick Nash at a
teams
bar in
down.
Nashville.
Come on now.
Oh yeah, and then the Betway guys we were with were like, I want a picture with him. I want a picture with him. So me, lifelong Rick Nash fan. He was like one of my first ever favorite players.
Yeah.
I didn't get a picture with Rick Nash, but I got to take a picture of someone with Rick Nash on my phone. Very exciting.
why didn't you do like a sneaky, like,
Yeah.
you know?
I don't know.
I have a picture of me and Ryan Smith like that.
I took
We
a
were
picture
together
of,
in a box.
It's a
and
big
moved
fella
it.
now, eh?
I have a picture of me and Bob Nicholson from this
He was
last
always
playoff
thick,
run like that.
That's a good one.
Standing at an intersection, he's standing right next to me. I was like, oh, okay.
That's a good one.
Time.
How do you think we got a picture of the mayor? Was anybody there?
I was there. Yeah, I was behind the camera.
For our friends at Will Hog Beef Jerky, listen, it's Friday. You can go on out to Leduc, Spruce Grove, pop on into West Edmonton Mall, grab a big old sack of jerky, hit the links this weekend, just like me and Dan did this morning, 6 a.m. Will Hog Beef Jerky, go check them out. I promise you're going to love it. If you're going to check out the Brick Finals, the Brick Tournament Finals tomorrow, why not scoop up some jerky while you're down at the mall?
Then
Come on.
watch.
And if your kids win, Will Hog Beef Jerky. If your kids
Celebratory,
lose, Will Hog Beef Jerky.
celebratory pickled egg.
I got to get these pickled eggs. I
know.
love a pickled egg. Gentlemen, we've got 1, 2, 4 questions for Ask the Idiots. Some of them good, some of them poor.
I like the bad ones though. There's something charming about it.
First up, Tyler Yaremchuk, you're up first because this makes me laugh given something you said before the podcast. I was listening to the Real Life podcast yesterday and you boys were talking about how gross it is that Joey Chestnut ate 62 hot dogs. How many do you realistically think you could eat in 10 minutes and in an hour?
3.
So in 10 minutes you could eat 3?
That's realistically, I couldn't get a 4th down. I don't think I could get a 4th down, so I think I could do 3 though.
How about in an hour?
Probably 7, maybe 8.
Yeah, you get full up. Tyler, what do you got?
I'll say in 10 minutes 2, in an hour 4.
In 10 minutes, I'm going to go maybe 3.
See,
maybe
now,
3.
we do need to clarify what kind of dogs we're talking about. We're
These
talking about those
these
little
dogs?
the 12 packs.
Yeah.
And then, the generic little ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do I get to pick my bun size? Because the bun's going to be what slows you down.
You gotta soak it in water though.
Yeah. Yeah.
In an hour, I'm gonna say maybe 5. I don't eat that much. Dan, what do you got?
I would get the first 2 down quickly, I think, and then
Yeah.
it would be it'd be tough sled.
Yeah, then you're starting to feel the burn here a little bit.
Back when I was a big guy, they used to call me Glizzy Dan. No, I'm just
I love it, bro. I love it.
I think I've eaten an entire pizza in less than 2 minutes as a part of a competition.
You did do that as the Jason Gregor pizza pickup.
Yeah, the
Who's
inaugural
pizza?
champion. That one was Papa John's, I do believe.
Papa
And it was
John's,
cold.
so
Papa John's.
it was a bit of a
cold.
thicker crust then.
Yep, it was. So I would say in 10 minutes, I could probably put away 4.
How about in an hour?
An hour, you're going to get fatigued.
Yep.
So it's probably
Or
like
full.
5 or 6, I would think. Like,
Liam, what you got? How many dogs in 10 and how many in an hour?
I think I could do like 3 in 10 minutes, maybe. And then maybe like 5 in an hour. Yeah, I feel like I would just get tired of them. I don't know. Once you get going, you get a bit of momentum.
It's a competition, man. In an hour, if you're in a competition, you can't get tired of them in an hour because you're in.
I don't know. Do I get
Where's that
ketchup?
competitive state?
Yeah. I don't want to soak mine in water though. I hate that.
Yeah, that is a bit weird.
So,
Question number. So
I have a fantasy football league who 2 years ago at the last place had to match what Joey Chestnut did that July 4th.
Oh, no.
But you had a week to do it. And
that's fucked.
that's one. What's his record? 76?
yeah, something
I
like
can
that.
do that easy.
That's when he did 76 in 10 minutes. So dude, I'd eat 76 hot dogs in 7 days.
That-
I think I can do
10
it.
dogs a day.
I think I could do that.
10
He
dogs
works,
a day is a
he
heavy
works in
day.
an office, right? So he is sending everything to our checker. He works in an office. It's like 6:30. He's in the lunchroom at 6:30 a.m. with like 3 dogs in the microwave. One dude knows what's going on. Nobody else has any idea what the fuck is going on.
Jesus, Kevin loves hot dogs. Fuck. Question number 2. This one's mostly for Liam, but everybody can answer, I suppose. Since the traditional Cavendish banana we know and love are just clones of the same banana tree, do you think you've ever eaten the same banana multiple times?
Yes.
Yep, sure.
I don't really understand, but probably.
That makes no sense to me. So no.
I think what they're trying to get at is the idea that banana plants are like the same.
Yeah, they're
Have
like
you
clones.
eaten a banana
now
from
than
the
they
same
were.
DNA
plant?
is the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the DNA is the same. The
Because-
banana comes from the same plant.
Because
Yes.
banana flavor or bananas like originally were not the same bananas that we eat now.
No.
Everybody understands that part. Yeah.
Yes.
Like that.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
The simulated banana flavor that you taste in candy is what the actual flavor of a banana
Used to be.
what it used to be. Now that
I
we've
don't like
mass
that.
produced them and we can feed everybody, they're different flavors.
New bananas greater than old bananas.
So yes, I think the
What is
answer would be
considered
yes.
an old banana?
The flavor, like when you get like
prehistoric
banana
banana.
candy or like that flavor,
Ear
that's
medicine
what
from the 90s.
that's what bananas
Okay, so I,
originally
know, I
tasted like.
actually know what you're talking about.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, see?
Everybody does.
That
yeah.
is
That's the real
That's
flavor.
true. Banana.
When did bananas taste like that? Like when I was a
Back
child?
before we genetically modified things.
Yeah, back before the science took over.
When the fuck did science take over?
I don't know.
Bananas, you got to look it up, but the history is fascinating.
Also, I found
Climate
out that
change.
if you grow bananas, you don't just pull the bananas off the tree and then it reflowers next year. You chop the tree right down.
You showed who's boss.
Oh, like
I heard somewhere that we're going to be out of bananas before we die.
Yeah, this has been going on a long time.
That is.
That's why we have the new types of
Sorry, I
flavors.
should have. Told you.
Bananas are going
I
extinct,
should have told you
allegedly.
to cover your ears.
I was going to say, Rick, you can't just drop that news unannounced.
I'll give you a heads up next time. I
This one's a
apologize.
fun question. Tyler, I'm starting with you. You've got 4 options, okay? Would you rather get hit by A, a Randy Johnson heater at 100 miles an hour?
Oh,
can almost guarantee you I'm taking the next option. But continue.
one of the
Well,
others.
I don't know. B, Mike Tyson's knockout punch in the 90s.
Oh, boy.
3, Zdeno Chara clapper. You do get to wear gear. 4, Milos Raonic 250-kilometer tennis serve.
I know.
Oh,
It's easy.
Easy.
Toss up between 2 of them.
Go ahead.
No, it's easy. Come on now.
Toss up between the tennis one. Is like, maybe a bit
ball.
of a softer ball, like
ball
not
is
quite
the-
as bad.
You played street hockey. That thing is not soft.
I know, but like
And 250 Ks. I Googled to see that's accurate. That is how
Yeah.
fast Milos Raonic
the other
serves.
one is like the Mike Tyson one. At least you're getting knocked out.
You're nuts.
Yeah, but that's
That one-
leaving,
yeah, but
that's
dude,
leaving
It's big-
everlasting
it's blocking
effects.
a big Z slap shot, hands down.
The Mike
Done.
Tyson one, you're feeling that one for months.
That's never going to change. That'll change
you might
for
be
life.
getting coloring books for Christmas.
So Mike Tyson's right off the board.
For years.
I hear what you're saying, Rick.
No, it's
but
big Z.
But
100%.
108 miles an hour?
Yep.
But you think I'll get CTE from one hit?
From a punch? Yes.
No.
You may
Go
have
Oilers.
your neck may not turn around again.
I've been knocked out 3 times. I'm the dumbest person on this podcast.
No, see, that almost gives me inspiration.
Go to Mike. I want you to
There you go.
YouTube a compilation
Give me
of
the
Mike
big Z
Tyson
shot, slap
knockouts.
shot, no problem.
Have you seen
Top
The
5
Hangover?
knockouts.
Mike Tyson knockouts. If you go on YouTube and look at a compilation,
We're looking at him right now.
changing your mind.
Oh yeah, this
He
is
will
terrifying,
kill you.
dude.
Nope.
Down you go.
Right on the forehead.
Yeah, but he's wearing a glove.
That guy is also like 250, 260 pounds.
Oh, look at him. He's good. He's getting back up already.
Look at the size of his neck compared to yours.
can't-
That guy,
believe that
guy
is the
has
option
never
you took.
that guy has never felt himself again after that.
No, they're all fine. With the one guy that fought Tyson has that successful line of grills.
George Foreman?
And the other guy that fought Tyson has less of his
I
ear.
changed my mind. Tyler's on to something.
Oh, man.
Liam, what are you picking? Are you getting hit by a Randy Johnson fastball?
No,
Mike
tennis.
Tyson knockout punch. Tennis?
Tennis.
I might go with tennis too.
Because the thing is, if I get hit by the ball, the baseball, maybe it breaks my elbow.
Yep.
If I
Depends
get
where it
hit by
hits
the
you.
slap shot, it might break my shin. Mike Tyson might crack my face open.
Mhm.
Milos Raonic, I'm not.
You take that shot into the chest and your heart may not beat again.
Hey, I'll take that as long as no
The
bones
tennis
break.
ball.
Yes.
Rick.
Did you not remember
At
seeing Chris
250K?
Pronger take a slap shot to the chest and almost die?
Yeah, but
But
like
it's heavier,
again,
like I don't know. I'm 100% on the tennis.
Dan, we got.
I would take the fastball. I think. I don't know. Like I just because I feel like you're gonna
Oh,
just get
man.
that into you're getting it into the meat of the body. You know, it's.
Well,
Does anybody have Eric Sabrowski's number? Let's call him right now.
I really
I
want
like that
to
too. There's not that much of me.
Yeah, I don't
That's
know.
what I thought a long time ago too.
Yeah, I guess it's
Rick,
like
you're on.
90s.
I'm with Rick on the Zdeno chart because like you
Big
get
C
to
slap shot.
you get to wear player gear.
It's terrifying. It may
I
hurt.
feel like I'll be able to. I've played hockey, not like obviously not with slap shots coming that fast,
Nope,
but I
but,
feel like I'd be able to at least get myself in a spot where it hits me in like my pants or something.
I always block. To this day, if we went and play, I'd still block shots. Yeah, I'll block a
You
shot.
want to play in my beer league team next year?
Maybe, yeah.
We should talk about that.
Yeah.
Anyways, where am I standing for the Raonic thing? Because like baseball, I'm assuming I'm in the batter's box. Randy Johnson's
Just like
pitching.
I assume there's no instruction, but I assume where you would be
like where
on,
you're accepting
on
a
the
serve.
court field surface, whatever.
Oh my God, it's a no-brainer. You're taking the Raonic one.
Yeah,
I'm
it's-
100%.
Well, it also could just be like you lobbed it back.
So let's
to him
change
and he's
the
got
round.
a full forehand coming at you mid court.
Let's change the
do it.
Raonic thing. You're standing 4 feet away
Like,
from
or like
him.
at the net.
You're standing at the net. Though.
Yeah.
How's that?
I'm still taking it. Like it's gonna hurt like
I
a
think people
bitch,
are-
and these all are. But like I'm talking least likely for long-term damage is the Raonic one.
yes.
If you don't want to experience
Arguably.
pain, roll the dice, get knocked
I
out by
do like
Tyson,
that.
see how you feel
I
when
do
you
like
wake
that
up.
we had to talk you out of the Tyson one.
Yeah,
first,
I know.
though.
That was ridiculous. I'm
just
putting my
crazy.
money on CCM. I'm putting my money on Bauer and all their R&D. Protect my shins, please.
Tyler just didn't want to.
Fire
Tyler was
away.
just thinking of the immediate afterwards. He didn't want to have to be in the experience.
May I
anymore.
propose an
Well,
idea?
yeah, because of the Mike
Yes.
Tyson, you're not
Yes.
going to wake up for a while,
Yes.
so you're not in the immediate after
Yeah, you're
experience.
good, dog.
If getting hit by a 200 miles per hour, right?
200 kilometers.
Kilometers an
250.
hour.
250.
If
250.
getting hit by a tennis serve was that bad, tennis players would wear more than just a short sleeve polo and shorts for every time.
Yeah, we know they're not really that tough.
You're not
I mean-
serving them at them, though.
I know, but
Well,
you're also
baseball
not
players-
teeing up slap shots to hit somebody.
Baseball players just wear pajamas all day.
Decent point.
But they have elbow pads. For
yeah,
when
they gear
get
up. They do
hit.
gear up.
Yeah,
Now they got
sure.
the thing, the helmet thing
Yeah.
that hangs down.
Yeah.
because
My
of these
favorite thing is
damn-ass
the oven
bitches.
mitt they put on when they go base running now.
Dude, my fingers
You
all
need an
messed up
oven
from
mitt.
yesterday. Look at my arm too.
See, you need an oven mitt. Last question really quick, and then I've got Kennedy in here to do another round of quotes.
You missed out last week.
Oh, last week's was
I was
outrageous.
Good.
Real quick, around the horn, what is the best non-sports TV show that you're watching right now? Liam, you know what? I'm going to end with you because who knows where this
You'll
is
take an
Tyler.
hour. Right now, I'm still super into It's Always Sunny. Hilarious.
Yep.
I started watching that Jury Duty show on Amazon Prime. Jury's out on it. Can't tell if I like it or not. But anyways, that's what I'm watching right now.
Love Island USA, excellent. Love Me a Trashy Dating Show. It is completely mindless. The babes are hot. The dudes are hot. Everybody's banging. We all
Did you
love it.
watch the other best up one? That was it Future? No, it's Weekend. The Idol.
No.
Yeah, go watch that one.
All right, I'm in.
I'm watching
That's fucked up.
I'm just about done the American Gladiators documentary. And
I'm also watching that. That is excellent for anybody who's roughly Rick, have you seen that one on Netflix?
No, not yet.
American Gladiators on Netflix is fucking awesome.
Are they going to
Roller
ruin it for
derby.
me?
I'm 2 episodes into a 5-episode series. Anyway, it's great. Yeah.
I've been watching The Bear on HBO. So
saving
good.
that one for
Watch
my
that.
flight.
So good.
Liam, what is your answer?
I've actually recently been watching Queen Charlotte, a Bridgerton story on Netflix. I'm not sure when it came out, but season 1 of Bridgerton was fantastic.
Anything
Season
with the
2
queen in it, you're in,
was
eh?
fucking brutal, yes. But man, season whatever this is, the spin-off really has brought Bridgerton back for me.
Excellent. We've got Kennedy in for another round of the Who Said It game. Over to you.
Hello. I love walking in here and figuring out what you guys are talking about.
yes,
So funny.
it's usually
Alrighty.
something nonsensical.
Okay, we're back to 6 quotes. There's 2 of one of You.
Yep.
So let's get it going. Okay.
Here we
Number
go.
1. If I were on the ice and I turn around and Connor is laying on the ground, I'm making my first punch a drop on somebody. Okay. 2. Are you saying one arm Oscar Clefbaum might help us more than what we have now?
Ooh. Okay.
It's frustrating when you have 5 guys staring in one direction.
It's frustrating when you have 5 guys staring in one direction.
Yeah.
Very true statement.
Sometimes I do
think.
get my words mixed up.
In the direction of One Direction.
Yeah. Great
Okay.
one.
Okay.
Okay. For the whole weekend, just getting fucking hammered, just so fucking drunk.
Okay. Yeah. Lock
Close to the
in.
lock.
It's the only one I know for sure.
God damn it. 5, I'm assuming if someone is punching me in the face, there's got to be a little beef.
Okay.
6, welcome to Oilers Nation Radio. Our special guest today, Shaq.
Oh, this sucks.
Oh, that was tough.
Oh man.
Oh boy, that might.
Okay, so that's gotta be.
I don't think I did well again. Although last week 7 for 10, so who knows?
I went 5 for 10.
Yeah, this is
Let's see
not
who
good.
the winner is today. Alrighty.
Wait.
I was waiting for
How we
another one to
doing,
come.
boys?
Okay, I'm ready.
Ready?
Oh, this is
Everybody
not
locked
gonna
and
be good.
loaded?
This is not going to be good.
No, this
Okay.
is a bad one for me.
Alrighty. Number 1 is if I were on the ice and I turn around and Connor's laying on the ground, I'm making my first punch a drop on somebody. What'd you say?
That's me. I say that all the time.
I think, yeah, I get BM.
I guess myself.
I got BM.
I guess Rick.
That was BM.
Ah, damn.
There you go.
Unfortunately, this.
Make my first punch a drop kick. I say it all the time.
Yeah,
That was,
unfortunately, I couldn't pick out my quote from this time.
I think that was in regards to Kadri getting laid out. I believe that was that one. Remember that?
He says it a lot. He's not sure.
All right, well.
Across too many episodes, I can't remember.
I like how Liam is the one that's fact checking Kennedy's bit.
Like, yeah, sure, we'll just go with
exactly.
that.
Yeah. Yes.
You're making
Yes,
my
Liam.
job easier. Okay, 2. Are you saying one arm Oscar Clefbaum might help us more than what we have now?
I had no idea. I said Dan.
I said Dan.
I guess Tyler.
I got Tyler.
I guess Dan.
That was Dan.
Yeah.
Wow. I know myself so well.
Alrighty. It's 3. It's frustrating when you have 5 guys staring in one direction.
Rick?
I said me.
I also said Rick.
I got Liam.
I said me.
That was Rick.
Yes.
Thank you for bringing up my boys.
Damn it. I didn't guess my own one.
Okay. 4. The whole weekend just get fucking hammered, just so fucking drunk.
Tyler. Has to be Tyler.
Oh, I put bag milk.
I guessed Watt. No, I'm just joking. Bag milk.
I got Tyler.
Oh, it's got to be me.
Yeah.
That's exactly how I talk. I'm
I know.
aware of it.
It's too funny not to
I
think
thought
of.
you would guess me for sure.
With which
Whole
one?
weekend just getting
Well,
so fucking drunk.
I don't
yeah,
know.
man.
Bag milk does that too sometimes.
He does. Sometimes he does get so fucking drunk.
Sometimes.
Usually he has like a sneaky, like funny way of saying it.
Yeah.
I think I'm more blatant. in
Yeah,
that,
you're
like-
you're kind of like,
In your face.
what comes out of your head, just that's the way you say it.
Yeah.
As he
The
should be.
intrusive thoughts, they just come out.
Yeah.
Let it out.
Well, I did not
Never
guess
heard
my
anybody.
line this
Give the
week.
filter night off.
Alrighty. Number 5. I'm assuming if someone is punching me in the face, there's got to be a little beef.
Liam.
It's Rick.
I guess Rick.
I had Dan.
I'd BM.
That was Liam.
Oh,
Ah, shit.
bad one. Bad one. I need this last one just to go 500.
Well, whoever punched me in the face.
Can you see what I've got going on over here?
I was watching you type and I was like, fuck. I was like, I made this too easy.
Are you perfect?
I am a perfect 5 for 5. So
All right.
good for
What's the
him.
last one?
BM is 5 or 6 right now. So the last one is welcome to Oilers Nation Radio. Our special guest today, Shaq.
I say that's me because I say dumb shit like that all the time.
I guess Tyler.
I said Liam.
I had BM.
I had Liam.
That was BM. Our first 6 citizens.
perfect.
Good for him.
Well done.
Perfection.
Wow. Bit's over. Never again.
Yeah.
I'm
I love
joking.
that.
I'm just joking.
We are never playing again because I just won 2 weeks in a row.
Alrighty, how did we do? Liam?
I got 2. I got the first 2 right and then it's 4 wrong.
Alright.
1.
3.
Ooh.
3.
I'm just glad I got
Two.
on the board.
Well, figured it out, BM.
Remember I said about 3 concussions?
I think I'm learning your strategy here a little bit. That's what I feel like I'm learning.
Found a strategy.
Well, because for my quotes,
I couldn't even pick out my quote this time.
For my quotes, I know when they're mine because I say the dumbest shit, and that's what she pulls. Like, make your first punch a drop kick. I'm like, I say that all the time, so I know that. You gotta
start putting in some.
Welcome to Oilersnation Radio. Yeah. I host 90% of the episodes.
That's true.
Today's guest, Shaq, like that would have been in line with, well, like Pinball Clemens is coming on, and like that kind of.
Did you see him when he was here?
Yeah, of course.
You guys have dinner?
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured so.
Yep. Went out for dumplings. It was lovely. Thoughts?
Pinball loves dumplings.
Ooh,
Kennedy,
I've been
thoughts?
getting that.
We'll try again next week.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've been getting the Costco pack of dumplings.
There you go. There goes Kennedy.
Shit, they're good.
Oh,
And
yeah?
you just throw them on the pan with some butter for like 10, not even 10 minutes, like 7 minutes.
What are we talking about?
The Costco pack of dumplings.
Ooh, that's nice.
3
Like pot
flavors in
stickers?
one. Yeah, pot stickers.
Yeah.
Dude, legit.
Do you know what? You have an air fryer?
Yep.
They're not supposed to be cooked in the air fryer, but air frying pot stickers, legit.
Probably
Yeah,
a lot easier than what I'm
fried
doing.
deep fried wontons.
Deep fried wontons, essentially. They're just crispy. They're delicious. Maybe a little sauce.
Gorgeous.
Come on.
I just
Lovely.
go straight soy sauce. Salty.
Fine, yeah.
So salty.
know what you need to do? I think we need to elevate your sauces. There's that like I don't even know what it's called. It's soy sauce adjacent almost, where it's just like the Asian seasoning sauce. Dip your dumplings in there. Excellent. I'll send you a picture.
All right.
Yeah.
Hour
Post
6
it on the site so everybody knows.
Well, good thing that we're wrapping up with hot and cold performers. Tyler, our friends at Star Mechanical. Star Mechanical is one of Edmonton's biggest locally owned plumbing and heating businesses. They've been working within the community for over 20 years, and many of the homes built here in Edmonton over the last 2 decades have had their plumbing and heating systems installed by Star Mechanicals. Basically, what I'm saying here is if you want pros, you go to Star Mechanical. That's it. They are the sponsors of Hot and Cold Performers. So we're going to get some buttons ready here, and we're going to start off with our veggies. We're going to look at the last 7 days of our lives, and we're going to see what is maybe not going so well. You know? Tyler, you're up first. Your Star Mechanical Cold Performer of the Week.
Oh, it's the new tweet deck. As someone who lives in the world of posting content on Twitter for multiple accounts,
100%.
This sucks so much ass. It's so bad. I hate the new tweet deck. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
Are you thrilled? I'm not.
Speaking of which, go follow Oilers Nation on Threads.
Yeah.
We've passed 5,000. Everybody's else on here, right? Liam, are you on Threads yet?
I'm not a threader yet. I think I will after the weekend. We'll see how I get.
You got to get on it quick, bro.
Gotta get on it quick. Get your followers in.
Yeah.
I got
Why
it
did
just
they
for
not-
like the name and shit, but like it apparently just pulls over from
Yeah, it just pulls over
Instagram, so
from
they
Insta.
couldn't take it anyways. But
Well, which account will I use?
You could have 3 Threads accounts if you wanted.
That would be special.
I'm on Threads. Dan's on Threads. Rick's on Threads. Tyler's
not
there. We are
used it
waiting
once.
for Liam.
All right.
Go follow all of us on Threads.
I'll get it done.
By the way, I have a bet with Wanye that we need to get the Threads account past the Oilers Nation Twitter account so that he owes me a t-shirt.
please tell me it's going to be a Nation Gear t-shirt.
No, it's going to
Okay.
be a Threads t-shirt.
Yeah.
And if he wins, I have to buy him a Twitter t-shirt. It's the nerdiest, lamest bet of all time.
Oh,
Bless you, Tyler. All right.
shake it off.
We are up next, Rick, your Star Mechanical Cold Performer of the Week.
Man, it's tough. Like I'm an old man, so I've been around a long time. And back when I was younger and I was in school, this team was awesome. It was great. But the Elks, man, there's nothing they can do. They can't get out of their own way. They just keep losing. And this is not one player particular or anything like that. They can't figure it out. So I'm giving it to the whole roster.
I'm upset.
Coaching staff, everybody.
No, I hate when players don't know the rules to the game they're playing. Oh, we had a fantastic Elks argument before. Well, Liam started it, actually.
He did. Then he ran away.
He did, yeah.
Well, you really took it over. So.
If you watched the Elks game last night, you know why.
Oh, boy. They are shit.
Nation Dan,
I'll be there Thursday, though.
Yeah, me too. I think I might go.
your Star Mechanical Cold Performer of the Week, my friend.
My cold performer of the week. I'm not really upset about anything, so I'm going to give it to the fact that Black Eyed Peas' timeless hit, Where Is the Love, is not the most popular song on their YouTube page yet.
Garbage.
Oh, that's cold.
Mr. Horban, your Star Mechanical Cold Performer of the Week.
My week has been an absolute shit show. My car is broken
That
3 times.
sounds like a podcast to me.
Car's broken 3 times. My phone doesn't work outside of my home or unless I'm on Wi-Fi now. And my phone company doesn't want to do anything about it. There was some other stuff that happened I can't even think of right now. So I'm just like, the entire week has been fucking brutal. So,
What the hell is going
so
on?
it should be good.
What the hell is what?
So if anyone has a car, let me know.
Or a phone.
But or a phone.
Maybe our friends at Sherwood Ford can help you out.
Maybe. I'm not crying because I'm upset about the week. I just yawned.
Liam's crying. That's how upset he is, Star Mechanical. I hope you're happy that his sadness is to your benefit. My Cole Performer of the Week goes to Britney Spears' security team. Where the hell were you?
No showed.
Did you see the video?
Yes. I have.
Did you see what Wambayama said though?
No.
He's like, she was tapping me on the shoulder, like grabbing at me or something like that. And then the video got released, and Britney Spears just basically walks up and just gets slapped around the face.
Well, no, because she taps him, and then the security guy just throws his arm back, like doesn't even look.
Yeah.
This is more of like unfortunate happening.
I think I honestly.
Then she went into an English accent. The whole thing was weird.
As a person that's done security, like that's just it's instinctual. You just look out of the corner of your eye,
backwards.
You see a hand go up, and you just went to swipe. That's it. Rick and I literally just hit each other without even thinking about it.
My thing though is Brittany, where's the security team? You know you got one.
She used to have a huge dude that would be around with her all the time.
Where's that dude?
Where is he?
He's fired now.
That's a joke. That's an absolute joke, is what it is.
Reversing the order, Liam, you're up first. Your Star Mechanical Hot Performer of the Week.
I'll give it to my dad for doing a dad thing. So I was trying to take my tire off my car, and it would not budge. And I'm kicking this thing for hours, throwing everything I have at it.
Those are two ineffective ways to take a tire off for the record.
Like it was like I had the bolts off and everything, but it just wouldn't move. My dad comes over with this big ass sledgehammer, puts a piece of wood in front of it, whacks it once, falls off. Like, all right. Then just made fun of me for an hour because
that's what dads do.
Yeah.
You're soft, yeah.
He's a hot guy. He's a hot guy.
Nation Dan, your Star Mechanical Hot Performer of the Week.
I'm just going to give it to the existence of Threads. As a guy that quit Twitter 3 months ago, I'm excited to be able to converse with people again. So Threads, you get my Hot Performer of the Week.
Pour it on.
Go follow Oilersnation on Threads. I really want to beat Wanya and get that shirt I'll never wear.
I really thought you were going to go against Rick on this one, Dan.
Oh,
I really thought you.
You thought I was going to what? Choose the fact that I think that the rules existing is the issue.
Yes.
Yeah,
I thought it was.
I couldn't warp it.
Early onset CTE.
Oh well, hey,
that was my favorite. That came out of nowhere. Rick, your Star Mechanical Hot Performer of the Week.
I'm trying to manifest it right now. So it's the return of the big man. It's the return of Alec Manoah.
Let's go.
We'll see what happens tonight. But if I bring it up right now, I'm trying to manifest the positivity here. So let's see him get going here.
Feeling hot, hot,
I thought you said Big Mac.
feeling hot, hot.
It's the return of the Mac.
I just thought you were trying to manifest an Oscar Clefbaum return this offseason.
I'll take one of those too.
I see what you did there.
Mine was going to be the Jays too. 3 straight wins against the White Sox. Should make it 6 straight against this shitty Tigers team. So let's go Blue Jays.
It's getting hot in here.
My Star Mechanical Hot Performer of the Week, like we've been talking about it the whole podcast, kind of. The Elks argument before the podcast was fantastic. I laughed really hard at both of you because you were arguing passionately as if we were doing a podcast for no one in particular in the office. So the Elks argument that none of you get to hear was really great.
This is why I'm hot.
Could be considered more of a CFL.
Yeah, but like Rick, I go to Riverhawks games. I've been to way more Riverhawks games than I have Elks games in the past 3 years. They're awesome and they're fun. And when you bring it up to people, I went to the Riverhawks game last night. They're like, oh shit, was it cool? Yeah, it was really cool. No one sits there and is like, it's not the Jays. I don't like it. Yeah. And like,
I just think of that, but yeah, not the people going to the game. 100%.
But if the Elks did a better job of making themselves the cool event in town and got rid of some of the roadblocks that they put up in their own kind of world, it would be cool to go again.
What kind of roadblocks? I don't think the average person understands what you mean by roadblocks.
May I offer a solution on what they can do?
Yes.
Joe's barbecue and foot massage. Joe's barbecue and foot massage.
I mean, if they were winning, things would be a lot better.
Winning would be one thing.
Nobody knows what you were getting.
Doing a better job of promoting it, I think, with some local bars. I still think that could be taken up a notch.
Maybe a local blog that's massive.
That's your
partner up with
your beer.
the Elks.
That's a whole beer fucking shit that gets in the way there.
Yeah.
Can I give you another one here, Tyler? I'm just trying to make sure I get this correct before I announce it. But the Elks have only 3 home Saturday games this season. One of them is July 29th against BC. And then the next one, let me just scroll down a little bit here. September 9th. And then the one after that, let me just keep scrolling here. The second last game of the season when they play Montreal. So throughout the entire summer, and that doesn't include Fridays because they don't have Friday games. They just play on Saturday 3 times throughout the year. And it's
the rest are on Sundays and Thursdays?
They have one Friday game, which is also in September. And it's just like, man, like the best part about going to the Elks is going with your buddies and quite frankly, getting as drunk as you can at the game. And then kind of watching the game and then asking everyone after being like, what happened? But you can't do that on Thursdays because I have to work the next day.
You can absolutely do it on Thursday.
It's no small wonder they don't ask us to promote
Blink 182 was on a Thursday.
Yeah, Blink 182 is on a Thursday.
You know, as a guy who works Friday and Saturday nights, I actually like the fact there's not very many Fridays and Saturdays because now I get to go to a lot of your Sundays and Thursdays.
Sure.
I would like to go to an Elks game with you.
I love that, buddy. I have a great time.
That you may be seeing the schedule makers putting the Elks off of the primetime matchups.
But I don't know. What do you think is prime time though?
Friday night.
It's not Friday night. They're all prime time, right? Because the TSN has the deal. TSN.
No, it's not even TSN. No, it's because now they have the American deal. Yeah. So now they have the American deal. So now they only have one game on each. So they'll never.
I think I like that
back to backs. No, I mean, as someone who I guess watches the games, it's probably good for them. But it's like I watched the game last night because I wasn't doing anything. But if it's a Saturday night game, I'd rather go to the game than be at home watching it, if that makes sense.
Yep.
You know,
a Friday or a Saturday game would be more likely to go to it.
That's enjoyable. Like,
okay, but how many Saturday games do they have, but just not at home? How many road Saturday games do they have?
I guess here you go. So
right, because that's gonna give you a different. They're playing on Saturdays. They just don't happen to be home for those ones. They're at somebody's home though, so someone's getting the fucking advantage.
You're kidding me? I don't think they have one. So the next Saturday or Friday game is July 29th at home. After that, it is then.
They're usually a Thursday.
The next Saturday or Friday game is September 9th, which is the home game.
So they're crazy. I mean, like I said, as a guy who works weekend nights, like I enjoy it because I got to go to a lot of these now.
That's not bad.
Whereas normally I don't.
I think it's honestly just to me, if you're making a schedule, the Elks are the worst team in the league right now.
Pro sports.
So you're not going to schedule.
I don't think there's a bad timeline to put them on though. Like Thursday night. What else? What are you going up against Thursday night in the summertime? No, nothing. There's no sports on. There's a little bit of baseball. So Friday's always been their thing. You're going up against Saturday. That's not easy. And Sunday, I think they've gone 4 days, 4 games, 4 days. Spread it out. Get another day full of TV. You don't do the back to back on Friday because I think you might lose people. I don't know. All my point is that I just really like going to the Elks games on Friday or Saturdays for reasons I've already addressed.
I think 95% of the population would agree with you.
Yeah.
Liam likes to get shit-faced outside is what I've learned.
I also have a bonus call before I just remembered. I almost got phone scammed the other day.
Hang on.
Why'd you answer?
All right.
Was this from...
Okay.
Yeah.
So I last week changed over from one provider to a new one.
Right.
Because with the new one and the place my girlfriend works, we get a nice discount. So we switched over to this new one.
Very tactful by you, by the way.
Yeah. And we'd been getting a lot of calls like, hey, you're setting up your account, schedule a drop off of your cable boxes, internet guys coming, all that stuff. Right. So we get another call and I pick up. The call was on my phone. I pick up and goes, hey, is Amber there? And I was like, oh yeah, she's sitting right next to me. Put her on speaker. I was like, all right, I'm calling from, and he says the EPP program, which is the rewards or the discount program we're on with her work. He goes, I'm calling to talk to you about the EPP program and all the bonuses you get with that by switching to TELUS, blah, 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 blah. Can you give me your account number? And I was like, yeah, man, for sure. Like I just assumed it was the TELUS employee. Give him my account number. And he goes, okay, perfect. How long have you been signed up for TELUS? Whatever. And we're like, oh, like we just finished everything yesterday. First clue was when the guy goes, oh, really? And I was like, yeah, just happened yesterday. Talking to him, he goes, okay, well, I can get you an extra, I think 45% off, blah, blah, blah. And he's rattling off something like, that doesn't sound right. And he goes, I just need your account PIN. And I was like, I go, I'm not giving you that over the phone. And he goes, oh, but that's the only way I can get you these discounts. And then immediately I was like, oh, I'm getting scammed right now. And I just hung up. But like he was crafty enough. And my girlfriend was like, if you weren't there, I probably would have just been like, oh yeah, they're going to help us get some more.
There's something to be said for like, it's the moment in time that you get caught that it can just, stuff can happen. Like I follow a YouTuber, not to go off on a tired tangent, but a YouTuber that goes after scammers, Jim Browning. And he actually had his YouTube channel removed by scammers because they just happened to hit him on a day when he was dealing with YouTube on something else. And it kind of gets your guard down. So it's a good PSA to everybody here.
So straight up, it is a good PSA because like I like to think of, I never answered those calls, all that, but it just came at a time when I'm getting a new phone and I knew I was going to be getting calls, and like, he almost got me, and it was like, oh, my account pin. Yeah. Wait, no, I just realized I don't trust you.
It's good to ask questions.
Yeah.
Boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
I think you just need to adopt my lifestyle of not answering the phone ever unless it's somebody's name that I know in my phone.
Yeah, I'm on that band.
May I give an honorary hot performance?
Sure, let's do it. Why not? Let's keep it going.
Tyson Berry's wedding is happening this summer. I'm
That's
assuming.
one hell of a photo.
Is that Mike Smith in taking the selfie?
There is a picture.
It's Pinder.
There is a picture of him of the bridal shower and the bachelor party. And here are
Bearded
the
Brad is in
NHLs
there?
on it. So it's Mike Smith.
Wait a minute. They did a shared one?
Yeah.
It's on Lauren.
No, it's actually the wedding. He means the bridal party.
Oh, okay.
Not the bridal.
This is the wedding.
Yeah.
Oh.
But you're just getting, it's all good. Keep going.
Yes.
I'm not convinced. Mike Smith is there. Nathan McKinnon.
Sidney
Crosby, Luke Shen, Tyler Ennis. Mixed in there right next to Sidney Crosby, Lauren Kyle. No sign of Connor McDavid on this bus.
Interesting, because I saw that I saw Lauren was there because of her Instagram.
Yeah, it's on her.
That's on her.
Is that Drew Amenda?
Yeah.
No con?
It definitely is Schmitty taking the selfie.
And like, there's some guys in the back I just can't make out with the eye. That might be Evan Bouchard.
Connor might be there, just not.
Yeah, I was like, zoom in on that thing. I can't see very well.
Who's that?
I mean, maybe that's McDavid.
Could be.
I don't
They're
know.
throwing up a peace sign.
No, Leon, though. He's still in Europe.
And that is Lauren Kyle.
One hell of a bus, though.
Isn't it Barry's wedding?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Leon wasn't invited.
I think this is somebody too. I just can't make out who it is. That might be Landis.
That is somebody. I can
That
confirm.
might be Gabe Landeskog.
That's not that person that was on the airplane last night.
Well, here you go, Liam, for your second Star Mechanical Hot Perform of the Week.
Joe's barbecue and foot massage. Joe's barbecue and foot massage.
All right, this has almost been
Who got
90
the hot
minutes.
performer on that, by the way?
What do you mean? I didn't press it.
No, who got the hot performer on that picture?
Oh, just the picture.
Oh, just the picture in itself. I got you.
Congratulations, Tyson Berry, on kicking a goal.
Joe's barbecue and foot massage. Joe's barbecue and foot massage.
By the way,
Golf.
Oilers Nation Open. It's open at nationgear.ca. Go sign up, enter team. It's going to sell out. I promise you it sells out every year. Shout out to our friends at Cornerstone Insurance, Betway, Wilhawk Beef Jerky, and Star Mechanical for making it all possible. Have a great weekend, everybody. If you're at the Riverhawks tonight,
Say hi.
come say hi. Not to me, but to Tyler.
Okay.